Good evening, everybody. This is Mindful Yoga. So I'm coming to you from my living room and I welcome you to my space. First of all, before we begin, or whilst we begin, find your space, arrive in the space. So we're going to check that we've got some water and maybe your mat here. Hello, oh, some love hearts here. Great, hi Mimi. Got your props, maybe a mat to give you some support. Here I've got a blanket and I'm going to have a little look to see. Hi Elaine. Oh, so great to see you. Oh, yeah, send me some little love hearts, send me some highs as we start. We're just getting started, so we've got some water, got a book maybe to write some things down. Your blanket, and I've got a cushion here. I like this cushion because it's quite hard. So something that will feel like a proper support. You can use a block. It's also important for you to know that you don't need any blocks or any props at all for this. It's up to you how you do yours. So we have heard a knock at the door. Check that's not somebody. Just give me 1 second. Just gonna hear a knock. Hear someone. Okay, right. I'm back. Okay. So, have you got enough space to move around? Got a hi there. Hi Rico. Hi. Have you got enough space where you're not going to knock anything? So just feeling your space. Also here we might want to use the wall. I've got like some drawers with some little handles to hold on with. So just check out your space, check out the floor, see how comfy it is. You can touch the floor, just squeezing your hands against the floor. Process of making friends with it. Who else have we got here? Mimi. Great. And I can see a few of you here. Great. So I'm going to come forward and back towards the camera a few times. The practice today, I'll just introduce, we're going to do a practice of mindfulness, mindful yoga. Mindful yoga. Mindful yoga doesn't have to be a doing practice. This is just something that we become mindful. I think of becoming mindful, for me, is a little bit like getting in a tub of hot water, a good temperature, very hot water that I can stand, and just my body temperature, my brain, acclimatizing and familiarizing itself with that temperature. And slowly but surely I find a sense of my body becoming one with the water. So find a comfortable position on your mat. I'd like to introduce you to the session. Feel free to come and go whenever you like, and to follow any instructions that you feel comfortable with, and leave the ones that don't feel resonant with your body and with your mind. If you have any injuries, honour them and support them. This practice is very supportive and gentle. but be sure to make your own way with your props. This is your practice. So arrive here in the space. This practice is for you. So I'm going to go quiet for you to settle into your body, sitting or standing. And feel your breath. I will let you know when I'm going to go quiet, so you'll know where the space is to focus on your body, your sensations. If you need to, pause and come into Shavasana, or your swan pose. Just bring your head onto your mat and your arms out long. And you can find your way there however you feel comfortable. I will repeat the practices twice so that we introduce the practice. Bearing in mind we've got a lot going on, and how are you? The practice will be repeated twice so that the brain and us in our whole being, our consciousness, can comprehend what we're doing. So first of all you'll see me do it, and then we'll do it together. And each practice you just need to copy, and that's it. We're going to just have a look at a posture. We're going towards tree pose, which is just a shape. All of these postures are just shapes in the body. And I call them shapes because they are places and maps with which we make or change from standing or lying. Hello, Hannah. Thank you for coming. And here, wherever you come to for your tree pose, you can leave the tree pose to start with if you wish. The reason we're going to do the tree pose is just to see what the body's like now, so we have something to compare it to, the body and the mind. So however you want to come to tree pose, however you would normally, just standing on one leg, you can even just shift your weight if you prefer to. See what that feels like. So the foot is going to come to over your ankle, or you can put it underneath your knee, or if you are looking at the postures quite a lot, the asanas, you're practicing asana, you may wish to bring your leg up here, and that's fine too. Whatever you're doing, just take a breath, feel the posture, and notice how you feel in your body and in your mind. Just taking it to the other side if you haven't already. And when you finish, just come back to standing with your feet below your hips. So this is just to see where you are now. Where am I now? So I'm just going to do it with you here. Feel the weights in my feet. Feels quite settled. And I've got a point ahead of me that I'm going to focus on. Okay. So once you've got a little idea of how you're feeling in your body, we're going to come down to the floor. We're going to do a breathing practice, and then we're going to move to connecting to each part of the body. And I'm going to intend to bring you a deeper sense of your whole breath, your full breath, and your natural full breath. What do I mean by that? A little bit of an extended breath. but your natural breathing. So we'll go through the areas of the body and then we'll come back to tree pose and do a lovely deep relaxation for approximately 10 minutes. So that's where we're going. The water's to the side and your blankets to the side. You don't need your blanket, but actually I'm going to put it down here to give me a little bit of comfort, and also just to connect myself with the floor here. So this is going to we're coming down to the floor. However that feels comfortable for you, you can just bend your knees, pop the hands on the floor, knees down, sit to the side, or just step down. And then I put my feet out, and this is called grounded pose. And from here we're going to roll down all the way. And for about 5 minutes we're going to breathe. So have a look. The expansion is going to be represented by the opening of the body, the knees move forward. And on the exhalation, the arms lower, down towards the floor, and so does the pelvis. So I'll come down a little bit further for you. There we go. And inhaling, just have a look for a moment, expanding, contracting. And that's it. The pelvis is coming about 2 or 3 inches off the floor. However you feel, if you feel your pelvis is being pushed up by your buttocks, how are we getting on there? Great, yes, that's fine. Okay, we'll find what the body needs in a moment. This is just the movement, and the breath is going to be represented by your body moving. We'll do maybe 5 to 10 breaths approximately, and the number is just there so that we got an idea, we can measure, and we know when we're going to be stopping. If you do a few more, that's fine. So your feet are below your hips and you know what the movement is. Now close your eyes, bring your attention to your breath. Do you need to take a sigh? How is your body here? This practice is simply to notice and open. You may need to move your feet occasionally. You may need to undo the back. Where do you need to release? So when you're ready, beginning. Inhale, letting the breath come in, push the knees forward a little way, and exhaling, following the arms all the way back, down to the floor. So I'll do 2 or 3 more with you. Inhale, 2. My head's just released. How's yours? And exhaling, releasing down, all the way down to the floor. Inhaling, opening, push the knees forward. And exhaling, lowering the spine, resting the arms back by your sides. That's 3. I'm going to stop and you carry on. Inhaling, opening, breathing in, and exhaling, watching the breath move out. Inhaling 4. And resting the arms, then closing, exhaling. Resting the arms on the floor, and then inhaling 5. Do a few more. If you're doing a little bit of a faster breath, that's okay. Does the body need to open? Releasing the neck, maybe softening the face, and exhaling 5. Spine maybe lengthening. If it's staying where it is, that's okay. Resting the arms on the floor. And then inhaling 6, opening the body. Feeling the push of the feet, spine, hands resting on the floor behind you, and exhaling 6. Connecting in with your rhythm. And then resting the arms on the floor, inhaling 7. Lovely, beautiful, fantastic. We've got a few more joining, just carry on where you are. Exhaling 7, releasing back down, closing the body, sensing in what needs to happen. Might not be anything at all, just watching the breath through the body as it opens. 8. And resting the breath, exhaling back down to the floor. Rest your arms by your side. Keeping your eyes closed, become aware of the weight in your body. Sense where it falls. Scan through the feet, ankles, and hips, spine. Can you undo anything? Do you need to move? Head, neck, shoulders, and arms. Now you have that information where the weight is falling. Can you sense how you're feeling? Any changes in your focus, in your attention? Feel your breath. So connected to the breath, expanding and contracting. Now you've connected to the breath, there's nothing else to do now. That's it. You've really found your attention inside the breath. And the attention is now inside the body a little more. And it's up to you whether you want to go deeper or whether you want to stay with this level of attention. So we're going back to that analogy of stepping in the hot water and just allowing the acclimatization. And in the same way we think of mindfulness, it's not something that we need to do, but it's something that we allow to happen to us, for us to feel, to be mindful, become and discover. So rolling now to your left side, drop your knees to the side, take your top arm, it might be your right arm, you might be on the other side, it could be your left, that's fine if you're turning towards the camera or your phone. You're going to push up with your top arm, keeping your neck so it's nice and supported. And the next place we're coming to is hands and knees position, just like this here, with cat, almost as if you're going to do a cat. Tuck your toes under. The intention here is to connect to your feet using your breath. So you might want here, take your little mat that's rolled up, or your block, or could be a cushion. Feeling your breath. And you could possibly place it underneath your heels, because what we're going to do is this shape here. I'll show you this shape. just lifting the heels, okay? So it's a squat, or you could, one of the traditions call it Apavesasana, but it's a wide squat, but with the heels a bit drawn up and a bit wider, slightly wider than the hips. If I come in this position here, you'll see as well. I've got my fingertips. I've also got a sofa here. So you're using your floor to take the weight, or the sofa or something next to you, could be a wall, and this mat or block, if you have any knee issues, that will just support that for you. You can keep the heels rested just on the hip, on the mat there. So I've got a nice, nice feeling of buoyancy there. So find your space supporting you is basically the thing here. We're going to inhale and exhale, elevate your heels. I was going to lift my buttocks up there, that's the next place. We're just going to lift the heels and support yourself with your arms and breathe here, feeling the breath come in and go out. Expanding in and going out. Without imposing the breath, the same breath as you had before. Expanding in. Can you find a smile at the back of your throat or across your face, and exhale while you're doing this, and out, feeling those toes pushing down towards the floor. And one more breath. It's about 5 breaths. Push the heels down if they're not already. Take the mat out from underneath you, pop it to the side. Put your hands on the floor or on the block, and as you exhale, your hips are going to go to the sky like this. Push the heels down. I'll just turn to the side and do that for you again. Inhale, and as you exhale, push the heels, lift the hips, and drop your head. You might want to take a nice sigh there and just sound out anything you need to release. Let go. This is an opportunity just to feel your body hanging. Doesn't matter where it is. You can have a bent leg here on both sides, bent knees, and let your whole body flop and fall forward. Can you put a bit more weight into your toes? And feel the feet having a little bit of consciousness here. Let them have their own communication with you. Feel into them. Might be a better way for you to find it. So whatever that is for you, explore your feet a little bit. Inhaling. When you're ready, you're going to just take your head so it's nice and tabletop in line with your back. If you've got I've got a lovely sofa here to keep me in line. So I've got a nice straight back. I've also got, I can see the sideboard here behind me, which I can use to keep the alignment of my back. So we're going to get to this shape here. So wherever you are, you can just bend your knees for a moment to look at the camera. We're going to inhale to this space here, and exhale, relax down. So inhale here, and exhale to relax and release. So the expansion of your breath, we'll do 5 of these, and then we're going to come to this position where we're releasing the knees into the back to the squat position, and releasing and pushing back into a back stretch and falling everything forward. So we're going to do 2 shapes in this position, and then we're going to move back to standing. Okay, are you ready? Great, and I'll give you some breaths, counting, and it will go a bit quiet for a few of them. So inhaling, drawing the spine back. Your hands can come sliding up your legs, and as you exhale, or they can just remain on the floor, release your head. Inhale, maybe finding that space to find your alignment of your back, and exhaling. 2, that was 1. Mindful of my counting, and exhaling. 2, inhaling. 3, following the hands back up the legs. What are you feeling here? can feel quite a bit of heat. So if you need to, come down into swan. Inhaling, 3. Exhaling. Inhaling, and 4. Just letting all the body fall forward, feeling that softness in your pelvis. Inhaling, drawing the spine back. You can bend into your knees if you need to a little bit more, and exhaling, push down into the feet while you draw the back and everything falling to the floor. And rest here for a moment. Just going to go quiet so you can feel your body. And turn sideways so you can see me here. Well done. Beautiful. Just noticing all of your thoughts and everything just falling out in that position. All the breath, connecting into the depth of your breath. Then we move from this shape of extending the spine to letting the pelvis move upwards. And we're going to take this movement from the feet because we've connected to the feet really well. And we've got the sense of connection through the spine. So we're going to use the connection and the awareness in the spine. And you've got your spine, you've got your feet, to elevate the pelvis and move back. So have a look. And off we go. Let's do 5 of these. So you've got your mat if you need to put underneath your heels. So just give you some time to do that in a moment. If you're ready to, go ahead. Inhaling. And your exhale is going to push the heels down and the hips rise. They go up and push the heels into the floor. It looks like this is a leverage. And feeling the consciousness of your feet. So as if your feet are really the brains here. Let go of your head, and when you come up you want to look up. If I know that you might need to look at the camera a little bit, that's okay, but just even let go of the head when you come to here. Let's do 3 more here. And then exhaling, pushing the feet into the floor, the heels, then the hips to the sky. Inhaling. Toes go forward. If you find your resistance or tension in any of these parts, you can come to swan, remember. Exhaling, lifting your hips. 2 more. Inhaling. And then exhaling. I'm going to go quiet now. Leave you to do one on your own. Experience the weight in your body, your feet, your legs, your head. Notice your mind and your thoughts. Bring your back to tabletop as you inhale, expand the body, bend the knees. You can put your hands on the knees if you wish. And exhale, just push the hips forward as if you're levering up. You're going to see me disappear here at the top. I'm going to take a step all the way over here. You should be able to see me now. Lovely. And here we are. So if you've got a mirror like I have here, you'll be able to see yourself reflected. Notice your spine, your feet, the length of your body rising up towards the sky. You can even just let your arms glide up if you wish, or not. and those of you that joined a bit later, I want to invite you to follow an instruction, but also to leave an instruction that doesn't feel right or resonate with your gut feeling in your body. Okay, so welcome to standing to mountain pose with the feet below your hips. Any changes in your body, how does it feel here? Just take a big deep sigh and let the whole body feel its gravity and its force of resting. And the next practice is simply shifting weight. This is something we do naturally, and my intention for you here is to engage with the centre of your body, but also the front body as a moving centerpiece. Very much feel that when I move backwards that I actually have a stiffness or a sense of lack of movement. And this is a wonderful practice that allows us to feel the small amount of movement that we need to actually create a sense of our body and our mind aligned. So, have a look. I'm not quite sure if you can see this, but I'm moving, shifting weight from side to side. Okay, so I'm going to trust that you can see this here. If I stand a bit further forward, you can see forward, centre, side, centre, back, centre, side, centre. I appreciate me moving towards the camera, you can't see that side, but I'm going to feel in this practice where the weight is in my feet, but also recognise where it is in the body. So follow my instruction, feel with the cues where your body is settling with the weight. Sense the energy in your body. We're going to use that information in a moment. Ready? Moving forward. Centre. Good. Side. Centre. Back. Centre. Side. Centre. Scan through your body. I'm going to go quiet so you can feel that. Okay. Let's try it a second time. Now we know what it is, we can do it together again, and we'll have a different response. This time, look and see if you can notice any changes with where the weight lies. If each direction is the same or slightly easier than the time before that we just did. Okay, moving forward and centre, side, centre, back, centre, side, centre. Going quiet so you can feel and sense the weight in the body. I'm not sure about you, but I would think that the weight is a little heavier in your feet, and the sense of the spine is a little lighter than the rest of the body. And I'm going to circle my shoulders a little bit. Just see if you need to move now. The connection to the feet and the whole body inside, the weight as it moves in standing, is very powerful in allowing our mindfulness of the fascia and all the sensitive small parts, the skin and the things that connect us that we wouldn't usually feel or have an awareness of. So you have connection to the feet, to the outsides of the feet, the insides of the feet, and the sense of your weight in the space. We can carry on and do that a few more times on another session, but that's just because we've got a small amount of time. Now we're going to intend to energize the body. So this is the moment where you can really bring the breath in and invigorate the body. So this is a practice where we're going to open up the arms and drop them. So it looks like this, and drop them. Inhale, just like the first practice, and exhale to close. But we're going to inhale and bend as we come up, and then drop. Okay, got that? Just try that for a moment. Bend on the inhale, arms come up, and then drop. And this is just to, we call this Hasta Uttanasana in the Sanskrit, that's irrelevant, but it's called hand raising posture. So we're just lifting the hands and the arms. So inhale, and then exhale. So if you see to the side, I'm just going to drop my buttocks, my bottom to the floor, as if I'm going to sit down. So sit down, and at the same time let your arms come all the way up. This is not about coordination, it's the shape of feeling as you inhale. Gather the breath and exhale. Good. And the exhale, we're going to do a cleansing breath and push the breath out. So contract the abdominal muscles, pull them back and push that air out, letting the diaphragm come up. We're going to be a bit more directive with the breath. If you find that uncomfortable, if you feel yourself a bit over-oxygenated, as in you feel a bit dizzy or heady, push into your feet, tensing and contracting, or nuzzle your feet, so scrunch them up and release them, scrunch them up, and that will draw your attention back down to the lower part of the body instead of the head. Okay, right. Now we've got that, we know what the exercise is, the movement. Let's go. Inhale, exhale. We'll do about 20. Approximately. I can see the light, I'm going up into the light. Dropping the knees, feeling that weight pushing you off the floor. You can get hot. Let the air get sucked in. Pushing off the floor. 5 more. 4, 3, and 1. Okay. And rest. Notice I'm going quiet so you can feel the sense of your body, the heat and the energy, and the breath invigorating as the blood flows around the body. Release. If you went a bit faster or a bit slower, that's good too. We'll just planting a seed. The way I'm doing it is not necessarily correct, it's just how I'm feeling it. So if you're feeling a little bit less or not feeling as much at all, that's okay. Give yourself some time to feel it. Okay, we're going to create this nice shape with the knees, and this is it's actually called cross crawl. They use it in the hospitals. Oh, I remember to say, for those of you who haven't met me before, I am a yoga teacher, therapist, and also a mental health professional, so who's worked in schools and hospitals. So there you are, that's who I am. And now we can go back to our practice. So the knees are up and they are coming towards the belly, but they don't have to go all the way up the top. Remember, this isn't about making a shape. It's actually just about feeling the body. And this lovely contraction here with the knees coming up, just checking the time, towards the hips. Okay, and the elbows are going to go towards, like this, the opposite. And you can see my head a bit cut off here. I'll move backwards. There we are. So that's it. As simple as that. If you feel you like to, you can extend the legs, and they don't have to go straight, and actually extend the arms at the same time. So that feels good to you. That's also an option. Okay, let's go. So we're going to leave lifting the knees, and you can contract the abdomen if you like, but we're just lifting the knees, getting this lovely feeling of the legs coming towards the centre of the body and crossing. You can breathe out through the mouth or just through the nose. And with me. Do 10 more. And relax. Very simple. And collecting yourself. Feel your feet below your hips and let your attention come to your standing posture. Give your hips a shake. You want to maybe take the hips around in a circle because we've gone vertical. On 2 occasions now, we're going to go horizontal. I'm going to go quiet so you can feel the blood flowing in the body. Lovely, beautiful. Close your eyes. That helps you to internalise if you wish, or alternatively keep them open ahead of you, resting on a dot. Focus your attention within your body. I'm placing my hands on my heart. That helps me to connect into the centre of my chest, my heart centre. Just my heart, the organ of my heart. So we've just got that pumping, feeling the blood and the energy, any sensations in the body, in the feet, in the knees, and that might need shaking out. You can do that too. So I'm inviting you to use your body, your intuitive body, to make adjustments at each point. It's exactly the same. That's it. Well done. You've got it. Okay. And now we're going towards a nice seated posture. So we're going to use these lovely shapes of a nice rest. You see this is a 90-degree angle. All we're going to do is use that flexion that we've just had, that lovely movement of flexion, and then we're going to do some stepping back as if we were going into a warrior pose. I'm going to move my rug. So come to the top of your mat, place your feet below your hips, check your hips are there maybe, and knees, hips, knees and ankles, shoulders, knees and toes. Okay, we've got that, we can feel that, we're telling the brain that they're there because we're putting our hands in those areas. And we're going to let the hips take this directive, so almost as if you're folding and collapsing down, but you're not going to go down to the floor, you're just going to sit towards the chair and inhale to come up. And I love this one because I can incorporate a twist. So checking that when you come down you're not going to bash into anything. When you take your elbow around, if I come here a bit further, you're going to bring your elbow in a rotation across your body, but it's not your elbow that's going to do it, it's your chest. So we're just going to move our hips down, sitting as if to sit, and exhaling, pushing back up. Inhaling and exhaling. Inhaling and exhaling. And when we've done this about 4 times, we're going to try to do this for a couple of times with the twist, or maybe let's just do that once so you can feel that. We're going to rotate, so we've got this lovely prayer pose, prayer hands in prayer that will go for our lovely tree in a moment. So ready? Inhaling and exhaling. Release the knees and inhaling up, my head's going to disappear, and exhaling, the knees come down. Inhaling to come up. Whichever way you have the breath, doesn't matter if you inhale or exhale to go down, it's how it feels comfortable to you. Inhaling to go down maybe. I find it easier to exhale to go up, pushing into the floor. And inhaling, you can bring the arms up above your head if you feel comfortable to do that. Inhaling, 2 more. Expand your breath, beautiful sitting. And pushing into the floor. Inhaling. And exhaling. And then we're going to do another one with the hands in prayer. We're going to rotate the chest, keeping the knees exactly the same position. Rotate the chest to the left if you're towards the camera. Otherwise you can turn to the other side, that's fine. Inhaling up. Arms come up to through the centre, up, rising above your head. And exhaling. Going to rotate the chest to the opposite side, keeping the knees in line with the hips, but they'll be there anyway because you've just rotated away with your chest. And inhaling, turning up, back, and coming up, and opening your arms and just relaxing your arms down. Here we are in standing. Notice your body, how it feels. So we've rotated the chest, we've opened the chest here from the breastbone, and we've connected the knees with the ankles. If we step back now, just with this position, how does this feel to you? Just come along with me here. So you've seen those just stepping back into the warrior, like I said to you. Just come and try this motion, just stepping the legs back, putting them back underneath you. So you've got the weight here, from here, sitting into the weight. It's both on both feet the same. Just stepping back. If it's too far, can you bring it a bit closer in? Okay. And then we can change this by putting the hands on the floor. So you're just going to fold down to your back stretch, release your back, and step back. Lovely. Exhaling as you take the legs back. If you want to, we'll just do 2 or 3 more of these. 1, 2, 3. Those of you who feel comfortable, you can switch them. Like that. Just at the same time, instead of doing it alternately, switch them. And at the same time, we do a breath. So there's quite a lot of energy to lift them up. The hips go up, and they switch, and switch, and switch, and switch. Bring the legs together. Inhale, straighten the spine, and exhale, push all the way back up. So I'm not going to give you the intention for that. I'm going to allow you to find that for yourself. What did that feel like it intended to do? What did you feel in your body? What do you feel in your body now? What is connected that wasn't before? Or what feels that needs to open now that wasn't before? So it might be that a movement or a practice here as you stand has led you somewhere in your body. Where is that? I can feel lots of heat from that, even very, very slow. The slower, the more heat, the more energy needed. More balance, the more connectivity to the floor, the more of my brain is thinking and feeling in my feet. Okay, lovely, fantastic. So what I want to do now is come back down to the floor, and this is just for me because I love to feel the openness and the rotation of the hips. We don't have to go there. We're going to do a relaxation in a moment. But if you feel comfortable, you can follow me here. Otherwise, just have a little rest for a moment on your knees, sitting on your heels. This is just to feel the rotation of the hip joint. So bring your the lateral rotation of the hip joint. So this is lateral, but it's from the medial line. What we're going to do, we're actually going to extend the leg and laterally rotate it here. So have a look. This is what I'm going to do. Put the foot next to the thigh, and this may depend on your flexibility whether you can actually move over the top. So have a look. I'm going to lift my hips over the top like this. Lift up onto my hands and push the leg all the way forward. If you can't, can you see that? Okay. The other way of doing it is just to send the leg from the palm of the sole of the foot is inside onto the thigh, and then all I do is take the leg very gently, cuddling the leg, swipe it behind, and you may need to have a bit of a longer angle. How did I get there? I just lifted my pelvis up and went over the top, and let the leg turn. So we're just finding this lovely rotation and connectivity. See if you can let your hip feel this rather than try and think into it. I've got quite a lot of flexibility here, so that's okay for me. If it's not for you, that's okay. You can just sit here like this. This is the shape we're going to make in our tree pose. I'm going to go quiet so you can find that, and just feel that where you're there, just breathing. Feel what that is. How does that feel for you in your body in this place? You support with your hands, or the mat underneath your knee here like this. See, that goes sweep underneath there like that. I've got my hands on top, and I can fold over if I wanted to. Ooh. Just with the front body, just letting the feeling of the breath. I'll go quiet for you to breathe. A couple of breaths. Feeling body expanding, and then lifting the leg. Doesn't matter which leg, we're just going to change legs. Bring the leg back to the centre so that both legs come together. Feel the change. How does it feel? Go take a sip of water. Lovely. And then the other leg, bring the sole, swipe it behind you for a moment, and just breathing here for a moment. Let's check the time. There we are, lovely. Breathing out and letting the breath come in. Just feeling this shape. What is it for you? How is it? Not necessarily doing anything, not stretching, but just experiencing where it is, what it feels like. Lovely. And then take the leg back, cuddle it, bring it back to this nice half a sort of tree, with tree and sitting, which is where it's going to come to, but we're going to put the foot into either below the knee or above the knee, or over the ankle, and where it goes is of no consequence. So we're just going to stand and look at the body. So come into standing, so you might want to just come onto your knees first, place your hands underneath your shoulders. I like this because it sort of makes me feel like I'm a tiger, sort of, or a cat, or a four-legged animal, where I can just lift my hips, walk my hands back gently, relax my head. As I inhale, I just kind of come into a half back bend, and an exhale, push the hips forward, come into standing from there. So it's almost like there's no distance between you and the floor, just connected and friends with the floor. Beautiful. Right here in this moment, see where you are. You're going to shift your weight. We know how to shift our weight. We're connected to the feet, connected to the legs, connected to the hips. We're just going to have a look in tree. Find your dot to focus on, where you're going to focus your eyes. You may want to close your eyes, you've got the option there, and shift your weight to the right or the left, whatever feels good to you. Place the foot over the top of your ankle, and you're just going to take 2 breaths here. Feel your body pushing up and resting in the breath. Notice the body. Inhale, lift the foot up, pop it down, shift the weight to the other side. Again, taking the leg wherever you want it to go. I can find a bit more space maybe. I'm going to press, if I've got my leg a bit higher, press it. For those of you who feel comfortable with this and have no knee or hip issues, you can press maybe that, if it feels comfortable, the sole into the thigh, and the hands come back to your lovely prayer. Feel the connection, your heart. Breathe. Either, doesn't matter where it goes. And exhaling. Lifting up, lift the leg, pop it back down, and just have a sense of what you felt there. Any changes in your body. What did you see? What did you feel? And when I say see, I mean, what did you observe inside the body as you connected in that way, in that shape, in that place? Going quiet so you can feel and sense. To finish, we're going to come to a lovely relaxation pose. Either your corpse, that's a funny word, I always find it is for a corpse pose. Not a great association, but we can modify it. We can call it Shavasana, or you can come into grounded pose. Keep you grounded, connect to the earth. So put your feet in front of your knees, connect them into your hips, and roll one elbow down, then the other elbow, and then take your spine, opportunity to roll the spine into the floor. And if you need to, you want to just grab your pillow on the way down so you don't have to come back up and get it. You can pop it either underneath your knees. Bring your attention back to your body lying on the floor, the connection between your body and the mat. Sense the space around you. Take a big deep breath, letting the breath flood into the lungs as you exhale. Sigh. Feel the attention in your heart move up and out into the space, and then back into your heart, and then back into the space. Let that calm, restful, mindful I that is you remain there as you open your eyes. Sense yourself in the room. And just for some of you, we've got 1 minute over 8 o'clock, so if you've got to be somewhere, please feel free to go. Just feeling your body taking care as you leave. Let your attention be all around the room, just sensing your body letting the light in, letting the information in, breathing as you are, breathing your body, encompassing, embodying heart and mind. And then take a lovely deep breath, take your arms above you. Just going to see what they're saying. Thank you Mimi. Oh, so glad. And as you're feeling that, do send me some love through the typing of the emojis. You can take your arms above you, take your arms behind you, and let your legs go long, stretch your legs out, and just wiggling some movement. Where is the movement? Where is your body? Where is your mind? I've just reminded you to engage. You don't have to yet, but please do send your comments and hearts. And as you wake up, just connect into the floor and bring your hands into prayer. Om Shanti. Peace be with you. Thank you so much for coming. It's my heartfelt pleasure to be here and to share my practice of mindful yoga with you. You're welcome to come and join me. I've got a class on Thursday, sound bath, and you can find all the details on Yoga Horizons Facebook page and Yoga Horizons webpage. Thank you so much for coming. Om Shanti Mimi. Enjoy the rest of your evening. I'm going to have a lovely dinner and I hope you do too. Yum, yum, yum. Time for food. Ciao for now. Share.